Welcome back. There is a ton of stuff this week. I had so many boxes. Thank you for all the submissions to the Comics End zine. Uh, we're going to go through the. I'm not going to go through any part of the process. The editors are going to go through the process. If they have any issues, they'll contact you directly. I'm pleasantly surprised by how many submissions there are. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Still looking forward to the anniversary gathering on September 5th at El Limon. Those are my friends, so we're going to be nice to them and eat lots of food and tell them they're great. And yeah, September is going to be wild. So, and we'll also reveal the zine at that gathering. So, but for now, because there's so many things, let's just look at some comics. Alien versus Captain America. That collects that 5-issue miniseries, I believe. Avatar Legends, Masters of the Elements, Volume 1. This is adaptations of short stories, I believe. I believe that's how it was sort of framed. Avengers JLA. This is the fourth and final installment of this facsimile edition reprint of that lovely series from Days of Yore. And there's two covers there. This is the big one. Batman Bad Seeds Sunset. This is the beginnings of the Bat Family crossover. This is the Matt Fraction Bat Family crossover, if you will, but driven by the Poison Ivy title. So even though, thanks for the music, man, that's a partially shiny cover. That's a full shiny cover. Even though it's, starring bats, because it's always starring bats. This is motivated by events in Poison Ivy. And there's a prologue issue, a prelude issue, a few shelves down. This is glow in the dark. That's why we've got the paper on top. The eyes are what glow in the dark. So that should be nice and freaky. That is everything I've got of that. I've got plenty of the main cover, though. New edition of Batman Dark Knight Returns for 2026, since it's the 40th anniversary. Detective Comics. And two covers there. Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. That collects that. It's like 10 issues plus an extra thing. But it also includes Tim Sale's last professional work, which was basically the kickoff to The Last Halloween. So I'm excited to get through that one too. Batman Superman World's Finest, that collects recent issues of that series. Black Cat and So Much Glare. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's a little better. Black Star. That's the co-written by Kristen Crook series. Black Tower, The Raven Conspiracy. Gosh, this just looks like a Vertigo book. And lovely covers. And lovely glare. I do want to check this out, even though I don't tend to be the Vertigo guy, but that's all right. Capes from the Invincible Universe. Absolute Catwoman. And of course, we got a couple of covers. Just loving that. Conan the Barbarian. Oh my gosh. All glare. It's almost there. All right. Corpse Knight. Daredevil and Punisher, The Devil's Trigger. That collects that mini-series from recent-ish. It was before the current Daredevil series started. Dark Horse Previews, talking about stuff coming out in about 2 months. This is news. Hideyuki Kikuchi returning to Vampire Hunter D. So that's exciting. DC, I Am a Superhero in the I Can Read series. That's a beginner's level 1. Department of Truth, Volume 7. Dog Tag. Faithless Complete Collection. That collects both series and all the naughty covers, just like the ones I've got in the case up front. Flash, I think Flash is Volume 5, but primarily the DCKO issues. And then Flash number 36. That's just a new issue. Gambit Wanted continues. Again, written by Chris Claremont. So theoretically, he knows better than anybody else. Everybody's got their favorite Gambit writer, don't worry. Ghost Pepper. And 2 covers there. I think that's particularly nice. G.I. Joe from the Hama Files, number 109. This is the issue after Larry gave everybody exactly what they asked for. Not enough people die in G.I. Joe. Okay, says Larry. Godzilla Conquers the Multiverse. Greatest American Hero continues. Green Lantern, this collects recent-ish issues. This is Volume 6. And then Green Lantern number 38. Condiment King. He's a bad guy. Look him up. Grendel, Devil's Crucible. Sedition continues. 2 covers there. Gun Honey. This is Sozomaika is one of my current favorite artists, and this is just glorious. The best part is that all the different variations of this cover are in the back of this issue, which is what Titan tends to do. They show you all the variants, and there are all the variants, and it's lovely. And there's some other lovely covers too. I'm glad it won't be on the shelf. Hammer Fist. We had that Ash Can a couple of weeks ago. That is the Hammer Fist, by the way. Harley Quinn. Hellraiser. This reprints Hellraiser number 1 from many a moon ago, as Boom now is doing all the Hellraiser stuff. Fall of the House of Slaughter. IDW's monthly previews. Jupiter's Legacy Omnibus Volume 1. This contains the original Volumes 1 and 2 together. So just a chunkier way to read it. Justice League Unlimited and a lot of glare. Lion King. Absolute Martian Manhunter Volume 2. Well, it's about time, says everyone. And I've got hardcover and paperbacks. Some of my paperbacks were damaged, but I have enough. I believe I have enough for now. Hopefully I will get them replaced quickly. But I've got a number for the shelf. So Marvel previews, again, stuff coming out in about 2 months. They're talking about the second issue of the Midnight series. Next Level One Shot featuring One Shot. It's fine. It's fine. Or Deadshot, or whatever we want to call him this time. And a bunch of covers. But that fits into general ongoing stories and then just about him. Operation Iron Coffin continues. You remember Dracula and Nazis. Ultimate Oz Universe gets a Volume 2. Poison Ivy. Here's that prelude for Bad Seeds I was talking about. That's the main cover. And that's the second cover. It's really nice. Really enjoying those. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. 2 covers. 3 covers. Shiny cover. Other cover. Clean cover. Predator vs. Planet of the Apes. Queen in Black Venom Unchained. Red Robin Tim Drake Compendium. This is a ton of Tim Drake story all stuck together, which is great. I think some of it is Red Robin stuff, but you know. The Ring, The Man Who Beat the Man, continues. Gail Simone stuff that surprises you. Rocketeer Infiltrator continues. And 2 covers there. Nice Tauren Clark. ROM special from the Energon universe. This reprints one of the books that was included in one of the blind bags from the Energon universe. I can't remember which one. Maybe it was Mask number 1. But this leads right into ROM showing up in Void Rivals. So it's real, it's happening, it's already happening. It's already happened. Something is Killing the Children Omnibus 2. Sorcerer Supreme. I think we're getting to the end of that series, but I'm not 100% sure. Spawn. Amazing Spider-Man. Hey, that's Ghost Spider. Miles Morales Spider-Man Modern Era Epic Collection. That's volume 4 of the modern stuff. Star-Crossed, which probably won't be on the shelf next month. Star Trek Starfleet Academy Lost Contact. I believe that's the last issue of that series. Strange Tales collects that miniseries featuring the Sorcerer Supreme, Scarlet Witch, and Nico Minoru from Runaways, and a couple other Magic users. Superman, of course, part of the Kingdom of Zod crossover, and there's a shiny cover. And then Superman Father of Tomorrow, hanging out with Batman Beyond, apparently. Or sort of. Who knows? Supernatural. And 2 covers there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. This is a real, like, reprint of the very original TMNT #1 from Eastman and Laird. There's a regular, and then there's a shiny version. This is actually what will be on the shelf, so these will be available. And then the paperback versions of The Last Ronin and The Last Ronin Lost Years. Finally, there was no reason to stop doing the hardback because they kept selling the hardback. So I can't fault their choices, but it'll be nice to have paperbacks and be able to move them just as well, probably. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures. It's a good week to be a Turtle fan. And 2 covers there. 3 covers there. Terminal continues. From Robert Kirkman, of course. And a bunch of quality artists. See how the second one leaves us. Thor #800. This was a previous week, but they were all damaged, so I do have a couple of covers. I gotta get to the covers. There's one, and then there's one, and then there's one with the Villalobos. That's fine. Lots of covers for Thor 800. So, Thundercats Silverhawks crossover. Thunderhawks. This is the last part of the crossover. Titans, that collects the DCKO issues of Titans. Tomb of Apocalypse. A couple of covers there. Another Villalobos. Void Rivals. Hey, there's ROM right there on the cover. It's like I knew it was coming. What if Cassandra Nova killed Charles Xavier? Oh my goodness. Witchblade Vampirella, because we need more scantily clad women on the shelf. It's fine. I flipped through it. It's not that crazy, but it's Witchblade and vampires and then Vampirella. Because, you know, that's how it works. Blood of the Wolfman. Wolverine. Absolute Wonder Woman. New story starts here. And 2 covers there. X-Men Prologue to the DNX crossover. X-Men Outback. Youngblood, that collects the 5 issues from the recent miniseries, plus Youngblood, 100. I figured somebody would get excited about it. I'm going to flip through it just because it does look exactly like it's supposed to. So, Zatanna. And of course, there's a number of covers, and they're mostly all lovely. It's just crazy how there are always pretty covers for Zatanna. And then I've got a couple of other things, even though the video is getting long. I told you there were a lot of things. This one's just about me. Richard Scarry's best advent calendar ever. Richard Scarry's Busy World was... there's a single book, and it is one of the foundational things in my childhood. And I friggin' love this stuff. And now I have an advent calendar for it. I'm not entirely sure what it does, and I don't care. I'm going to love the crap out of that come Christmas. So, and then the 4th volumes of the G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero compendiums, chunky. This takes us through the end of the Marvel G.I. Joe stuff. This is just like the box set, the Kickstarter box set, 4-volume that I got for me. And of course, there's a current-ish Kubert cover, and then there is a pulled from the original comics cover. This one happens to be by Michael Golden. You can put Michael Golden on just about anything, and I'll probably like it too. And then it's a question of where do we go next? Because there's it's not 150, it's 144 and a half or something like that. Issues between the Marvel stuff and the current Skybound A Real American Hero series. So there's a lot of stuff to fill in. We're about halfway, a little over halfway. So that's everything. Again, thank you for the submissions for the zine. I am shocked and pleased. I have not seen any of them on purpose. I want it to be a surprise for me. We'll see if I can manage that, but for the moment, I want it to be a surprise. Again, the anniversary hang gathering party seems overly done. But at El Limon, September 5th, 7 to 10, I need a minute between working a busy anniversary weekend day and going to be presentable. So, but that is everything. If you see something you like, let me know. I'll try and get it for you. Sooner the better. Subscribers, pick up your books as often as you can now. There's a couple of you that are just shocking me. So, I had somebody come back. I had a couple people come back, and it was a lovely, lovely thing. I love reunions, and I want everything to be cool. I don't want it to be full of tension and confrontation stuff. So when you come back and just catch up, that's a lovely thing for all of us. So give it a shot for those of you that are a little behind. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.